Hello everyone, we are back with Fate Grand Order with the Shinjuku pseudo-singularity. When we last left off, we got taken hostage by a assassin of Shinjuku. So sorry, I moved my mic there. You can probably hear it. Guest servant. Better be Enman. Saber and Archer. So I just recorded the last one. Saber makes me think it's King Lear again. So I'm gonna keep my Archer of Shinjuku. And maybe just bring a Merlin? I mean, seems fine with me. There's probably like some bonus enemies, so maybe I should bring an area of effect guy? Do I have an AoE of Emiya? I'll just take him. I keep almost saying his name. Please just give us the name reveal already. Oh, shoot. You can... There we go. We good? We good. Don't ask if I have a monkey dancing tab on OBS. A message. Also, it is admit, isn't it? That danged Archer. Can't just believe he put Master in danger just to draw me out. No, that's not it. He already had an idea of who I am. In which case, he's already deduced my true name, and from that, my identity. I don't like taking center stage myself, even less if he's my opponent. At any rate, I suppose I'll go alleviate Master's concerns. Is he just gonna teleport behind King Lear? Hello? Hey, you brought me right to your base. Perfect. We can beat the final boss here. Morning, sunshine. Silent run. I bet you're wondering where you are right now. Final boss, I already know. This is the barrel, the headquarters of the League of Phantom Fiends. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure you're not hurt. You'll end up a lot more hurt if you try to escape, though. Anyway, the truth is, I just brought you here and I'm like, sorry you're not advanced if the boss kills you. Your boss? Yep, our boss. The embodiment of evil itself. The real Archer of Shinjuku. And actually, they're not actually dumb in half. They're the same person. He pretended to get drunk so he could run over you real fast to put on glasses to pretend. Archer, it's really you. That is correct. I am evil and he is good. And I have a really bad hangover all night and you don't even know. Thanks to the Holy Grail's power, I managed to tear out all that was good and kind to me. Such things would only be a hindrance in my battle against my rival. However, I did not expect that such a detritus would gain a consciousness of its own in the process. Let alone that it would run off and attempt to impede us. Of course, he is little more than a minor pest scurrying around, until you showed up. Now the Berserker of Shinjuku has been defeated, the rider shows no sign of returning. Nonetheless, we still have 2 servants at our disposal. The plan will proceed without issue. The plan to destroy the planet? So you do know. It is just as you imagine, Horsey. Our goal is nothing less than the complete and total annihilation of this planet. It's a big goal. Do you think it's impossible? Do you think it impossible? I assure you, it is well within my capability. I firmly believe that, and so do those who follow me. The world will end in the year 1999, while its once fanciful nonsense will become harsh reality. Actually, it's supposed to end like right when it turns 2000. So, sorry dude, if you just waited a little bit. Why would he do something like that? Ah yes, my motive. I suppose it's because I'm a mathematician. I've calculated the power needed to destroy the planet. So why wouldn't I want to test my equation to see if it was correct? I see you're having trouble accepting my reason. I suppose I can't blame you. But this is simply what it is to be a mathematician. I am proud to be evil, and despise those who defy me. But I prefer Chaldea not interfere. If I killed you, they'd just send another master. So let's make a deal, Horsey. I shall send you back to Chaldea. In return, Chaldea leaves us alone. I mean, you're gonna destroy the planet, so like I kinda have to, like, if you just, downgrade it a little bit, like destroy Shinjuku, fine, I could live with that. But like the planet, that's where I live. That's where I keep my stuff. I can't do that. Perhaps you're right. However, I believe a genius of Leonardo da Vinci's caliber should be soon realize just what the destruction of the planet truly signifies. At any rate, feel free to take your time and think it over. There's no reason to kill you anytime soon. Dang, talk about having the devil's own luck. You're a heck of a gal, you know that? Anyway, you just sit tight for a while, alright? I know, why don't you keep him company? Do I get to pet the dog? He's the kind of guy, who goes nuts without someone around anyway. He'll be happy to talk to you. Oh, hey Shakespeare. Why, if it isn't the wonderful master of Chaldea, it's me, William Shakespeare. It's been quite some time, no? I feel like I've seen this sprite before, so I think we've seen him earlier. Or I've just seen this sprite somewhere. But I think it was earlier on. Are you the mastermind? Of course not. Surely you can see that these accursed chains keeping me here. Though I suppose I can't blame you for being suspicious given how I look. The truth is, when they captured me, they spent the whole day torturing me. Sweet are the uses of adversity. My foot. Ah, it's horrible. Oh yeah, Shakespeare's totally telling the truth there. He only agreed to make King Lear's for us recently, after he was tortured. I'm just glad I could be of service, you piece of dung. How about I torture you even more painfully next time, and you make a, how about Macbeth? That guy was immortal, right? Great, can't wait to get started. Joke's on you? I was born from a C-section. A fine mess this is. At any rate, I'm surprised to see you here. How can we escape? Unfortunately, as you can see, I'm not in much of a position to be of any assistance in that regard. Also, this is the only Shakespeare reference I will ever be able to make. While you may not be as similarly restrained as a human, I'm afraid it would be too difficult for you too. There are many hornets patrolling the grounds, along with the multitude of King Lears I've been forced to create. At least I finally just about got out of sentences praising or decrying the latter. Ah, I'm so sorry, Miss Horsey. If only I hadn't written so many historical masterpieces. Way to be humble. That's just like you. Is that supposed to be a compliment? If not, I shall take it as one anyway. Still, from what little I've heard, it was quite the foolish escapade. You're being captured and all. Oh, I'm not being critical of you, Miss Horsey. I'm just talking about the Archer of Shinjuku. Is my mic picking up? Hey, be loud! Yeah, okay, it's picking up. I had to check OBS real quick. It'd be foolish to believe he didn't have at least some idea of the assassin of Shinjuku's ability. But in that case, why wouldn't he be aware of Hassan after he appeared out of nowhere? Then it is strange. Well then, why don't we look at this from a new angle, yes? As a detective might. If it makes no sense for him to have believed that Hassan was who he claimed, then perhaps he's aware of his true identity all along. At first glance, this would appear to be a betrayal on his part. There's no need for that. You could have just shot me. True, nor has he made a move since your abduction. I don't suppose he entrusted anything to you? Say a letter? You're doing great, Master. I hope you know that. You can't just hide a letter from us. You have to tell us about it. Oh, when he hit us? Huh, yes he did. Excellent. Then let us see what he had to say. Don't worry, your life is not in danger. Help is sure to come. When it does, they'll explain everything. My deepest apologies for frightening you. That's all it says. So he may not have betrayed you, but there are still many questions remaining. Perhaps I can answer them. Who goes there? Hello, my name is Edmond Dantes. Some may call me the Count of Monte Cristo. The Count of Monte Cristo? Keep your voice low, Horsey. The Archer of Shinjuku sent me to help you. Or rather, he set me up so that I have no choice. At any rate, we need to hurry. Shakespeare, I wish I could rescue you too, but I'm afraid I'll have to leave you behind. What a tragedy. Though I do understand your position. But... No, it's quite alright. I may be subjected to more torture, but I doubt they'll kill me for a while yet. Right now, your safety is of the utmost importance, Miss Horsey. Worry not about me, but do come rescue me later, when you can. I know. Good luck, Shakespeare. And do you? Seems we've been found out. Alright, Master. And don't worry. The security's a mere trifle for me. Battle time? Oh, here comes the King Lear. Shakespeare, why did you have to go and write these things into existence? Sorry, Master, but I'm afraid I'm not at my best right now. Hope we can figure a way out of this. Yep. Oh, speaking of Fate Grand Order, Babylonia's anime has a couple episodes now. They got to the second Enkidu fight, like at the lighthouse with Gilgamesh. And apparently, they actually had Gilgamesh fight him. I've seen some of the animation of it. I haven't watched it yet. I'll get around to it. Hopefully before it wraps up, but this will be a pain. I imagine the last wave is just King Lear, or maybe 3 of them. That'd be scary. Controversial strategy here. I'm going to question mark the Hornet Bee, because that's a lot of HP. Not gonna give too many buffs though. Gonna save those for the King Lears. Makes sense to me. Bang! What is he saying? Subayashi Sekai? What? So how much great fun! I'm the #1 in the world. That's what he's saying. Sekai means world, right? I just realized Sekai Project means world project. How conceited can you get? If you don't know, the Sekai Project is a visual novel translation company who really likes Kickstarter. That's how I differentiate them from like manga gamer. The manga gamers, they're the ones that like low quality eroge, and that's like 99% of what they do. Other 1% is like when they cry and they did Himawari. They have some good stuff basically, but a lot of what they do is just for example, I know they have a title called Boob Wars, which, I mean, the title speaks for itself. And I also know they have like Yonts, right? I haven't played Yonts, I don't really plan to, but I know that's like, as far as eroge goes, that's like a good one. And I think the gameplay of Sengoku Yonts is supposed to be like actually a lot of fun. That's just what I've heard. They're not really my cup of tea. Although I don't know what the gameplay is. Like, what is the gameplay in Yonts? Okay, only 300k. Not bad. Evil Charisma and Hero Creation and what is Dreamlike Charisma. Gonna get the stars out. Does this give Noble Phantoms of damage up? Yep, MP strength. I'm going to give the crit buff, and I think this is a crit gather up. So yeah, there we go. He's all decked out now. It's arguably better to use the Waver Noble Phantasm there, but gotta go for the extra attack. The Waver is a... How much is his defense down? 15%? 10%? 20? At most 25. I think it extra scales with his Noble Phantasm level, so... I did a decent... Oh! Critical? Second critical. Nice. One hit! Ah! Yeah, there's a bit of audio desync going on. Now that I pointed it out, you can probably tell. I could, like, drag it over, like, the audio clip slightly in Vegas to, you know, fix that a little bit. It's not that big. Like, it's Let's see. Okay, it's kind of it's noticeable now. Also, why are their faces like? Why is the quality of the picture so low resolution? Like, looking at my phone, I can't really tell, but looking at my computer, like, it's night and day. Okay. I don't think there's gonna be a post-battle dialogue. So yeah, how's it going, everyone? Yeah. How about those sports? Yeah, I love sports. Writer. Ozymandias is good. And do we have an evil? Oh yeah, we have Maeve. Is Maeve evil? Like, I'd call her like chaotic neutral. I mean, I guess you could say she's evil, but I'd call her more self-interested than anything. Although, I mean, I guess you could say evil people are self-interested, but I mean, she did get into a war over a bull, didn't she? I'm pretty sure. Or was that Ishtar? That's slightly different, but phew. Looks like our escape was a success. Oh, but don't try to contact Chaldea just yet. The enemy is likely using the signal to track us. So I think it's better if I continue to jam it for the time being. Can I ask you something? What is it, Master? You're not the Count of Monte Cristo. Remarkable. He's not? So is he a Edmond Dante's version of the Count? You're absolutely correct. I'm not the proud vengeance seeker at all. And believe me, I was well aware of it during that battle. But, or is this assassin? Or how did you figure it out? He hates being called Edmond Dantes. Now I see. I knew I couldn't fool you for long, Master. I went to a bit of effort to change my speech patterns, you see. Stop lagging. Wondered if I might have been giving too much away. But even so, you did well to notice. Good show. Maybe I'll just start looking at my phone so I can read without delay. Alright, let's dispense with this disguise then, shall we? Oh! Hello. I believe this is the first time we've met since Camelot, Miss Horsey. Holmes! Pity your well-read friend Miss Curierlight isn't here to join us, but I suppose there's nothing for it now. Has it been him this whole time? How did you get here? Oh, or is it just for that rescue? Good question. Let me start from the beginning. Do you remember when we met at the Atlas Institution? Yes, it appears you do. Well, there is a reason I continue to race shift from London to Camelot to Shinjuku. You don't need my help to restore humanity. I suppose I could have offered advice, but so could others. But the same was not true for the incident that would happen afterwards. At the Atlas Institute, I was trying to find out if one thing in particular was possible. Whether or not a singularity could occur after humanity has been completely restored. Huh? It turns out that such a thing was very possible indeed. Hermes warned that if humanity were to move from being incinerated to being restored, this distorted history would end up creating enormous remnants of epic. Specifically, remnants of numerous powers that could have threatened the entire world, were wiped out by history playing out correctly. To date, the counterforce, or perhaps something else, has worked to restrain or dispose of these remnants before they could pose a threat. But when humanity moves towards restoration, their power returns from the cracks of history. They're almost like a hidden malware that tries to infect your computer when you go to reboot it. Anyway, Hermes calculated that if a new remnant were to occur, it would be here in 1999 Shinjuku. I still don't know why, but there's one strong possibility. What's that? No, I'd better not say anything until I know for certain. No, you can't do that. Now, don't give me that look. Watson used to give me that exact look. At any rate, I know this is why everybody hates you, Holmes. You're worse than Philo Vance. That's not true. Well, I haven't read much Holmes, so I can't comment. But Vance is insufferable would be a good word for it. or sufferable because I am suffering. And I'm not inside at all times when I'm suffering. I'm funny. Now, let's say we keep going, Miss Horsey. Oh yes, I still have to tell you the most important thing of all. I'm not completely confident that I've laid bare all the mystery Shinjuku hides. Hahaha, words fail you, I see. Indeed, ordinarily, I'd never divulge a theory that I was still in the middle of formulating. Doing so could cause you all to make errant predictions, potentially leading you to grave mistakes. However, there's an exception to every rule, and this case is one such exception. The reason is simple. His fingerprints are all over it. Threads that should lead to him becoming tangled and twisted, eventually ensnaring you in a trap. Before you know it, he has you in his grasp, just where he wants you. However, there's only so much one could see by observing a spider's nest from above. And if one takes too long to investigate, the wind could blow away the evidence like so much sand. I think it should be like much like sand. Not like so much sand. That's just weird. Let's say I've chosen to leap into the spider webs head first. Perhaps that's what he wanted all along, for me to take the stage. I imagine if Miss Curelight were here, she would be screaming right about now. At any rate, let me tell you exactly who we are up against. My nemesis, a demonic mastermind who disappears without a trace of evidence. He and his subordinates spin threads, each of which lead to a spider lying in wait. In order to reach him, I had to evade every one of these threads, sometimes disguising myself entirely. However, I soon learned that even this wasn't enough to find evidence that could convict him. In time, I began referring to him as the Napoleon of crime. And his real name is James Moriarty. He and the Archer of Shinjuku, who first bonded with you when you arrived here, are one and the same. Dun dun dun. I mean, I accidentally said his name at one point earlier on in episode 6 or so, but forget about that. That's why I hesitated to reveal myself. Moriarty would never side with good and virtue. It must be some sort of plot. Regardless, I knew my presence would only endanger you. The moment I arrived in Shinjuku, I could sense that he was here. As such, there's little doubt that he is similarly aware of me. Given how weak the good Moriarty spirit origin is, I didn't think the same would apply to him. However, it seems that over the course of deducing his true name, he's managed to sniff out my presence. That being the case, there's no point in my pretending to be the Count of Monte Cristo. And now that I have removed my disguise, the game is well and truly afoot. No longer am I a spectator, I'm a participant. Which means that it is now only a matter of time before Moriarty and I face each other. In truth, I did all I could to remove any mention of him in Watson's writings. Is that why it wasn't Moriarty originally only in one home story? But fans were like, whoa, what the heck, the Napoleon of crime? That's so cool, give us more. And so Doyle wrote more. James Conan Doyle, I believe his name was. In part, that was because, if possible, I wished to fight him on my own. But the other part is that I instructed Watson to write about him as little as was possible. In terms of pure strength, there are surely countless servants who surpass him. No doubt there are also many who exceed him in charisma, especially those from the Age of Gods. But when it comes to evil charisma, devising fiendish plans that are carried out without requiring him to lift a finger, he's in a class of his own. Indeed, I feared what effect Moriarty might have had on this world. Thus I asked Watson to depict him as simply and assertly as possible. Now here is the real problem. Moriarty claims to split into good and bad personas. The bad one took the power in true name, expelled the good one from his domain. However, as I see it, this just doesn't add up. After all, I'd sensed almost no traces of good from him. Ooh. I mean, at least it isn't crashing. That's a plus. Yet the Archer of Shinjuku who protected you was sincere in his actions. When he saved you from the fearsome Raide of Shinjuku, he did so with no regard for his own life. Nor did it seem like he did so because he had some scheme in mind that would guarantee his survival. Sheer dumb luck was the only reason he survived. When I realized that, I was utterly at a loss. My only guess, because I'm in the camp, this guy's gotta be evil, right? Like the good Moriarty. My guess is that he has to have us reach the final boss layer for something to complete itself. And then he plans to beat us there. Presumably. But my guess is that, you know, he's just helping us survive, because if we die, his plan's ruined. So he's doing everything in his power to keep us alive. And, you know, if he dies, then, you know, that's just plan failed. Or maybe it won't go to exactly the fruition, but it might, or something like that. So basically, us surviving is critical to his plan. Sheer dumb luck was the only reason he survived. When I realized that, I was utterly at a loss. So Archers Moriarty is Moriarty. I thought he might be an imposter, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Which leaves us with a problem. He really is a good Moriarty. It's almost like one of those protagonists suffering from amnesia. This really is a problem. I never believed such a person could even exist in this world. Still, while your life might not be in danger, I can't say I approve of the way he let you get abducted. What? You're just now realizing it? What about the letter? You have every right to be angry. Good or not, that part of him is still very much Moriarty. If he calculates the gambit will be safe, then he'll go through with it, no matter how risky it may actually be. Now then, I advise you not to try and hide anything from him. Feel free to tell him all about this talk. I know you're concerned, but don't worry. He already knows everything that's happened. He knew you'd get kidnapped, knew his other self, and that I would rescue you. He even knew that his true name would be revealed afterwards, along with the doubts I still harbor. Naturally, he's never met me in person, but he's certain nonetheless. Even if he doesn't know his true name, he'll have sufficient information to deduce it. That is something Moriarty would never fail to do. In that sense, we are very much alike. At any rate, once everyone is here, I have something else to tell you. Exactly what destroying the world really means. I say, you there! Me? Hello, affluent person. Hello, lag. Yes, you, what a lovely face you have. I dare say your complexion is marvelous. You're the very picture of health. You must be highly nutritious. What? Now, should I go with rare or well done? I can never decide. Steak! Steak! The wealthy like me are meant to eat fine steaks. Commoners are supposed to eat swine. One of my stature can't eat swine. That means you healthy people are more affluent than me. See, someone's at the end of their rope. Why is everyone here like this? There have been severe food shortages here ever since Shinjuku fell into this state. Of course, now there is one source of food that remains in abundance. After all, most good people here are dead and gone. Those that remain are either spellcasters or killers. Or both. So on that note, Miss Horsey, I hope I can count on your help. Fortunately, these should be easier than that King Lear. Of course, there are also a lot more of them. Ah, dang it, we brought 2 single target riders. I was hoping we'd fight like a caster boss. But, nope. Should have brought Jake. Wait, friend's Jake or someone. I'm just happy I don't have to hide Moriarty's name anymore. We should get the true name reveal. It's something like that. Oh, okay. It's not. I was scared there'd be like 9 enemies or something. Shut up, Ozzy. Ozzy? I don't know how to say his name. I think actually we read the Ozymandias poem, you know, that the famous one, in high school. But I don't remember how it's pronounced. I vaguely remember that. It's not necessarily. It's not really about him himself. It's about like how all things fade away with time and stuff like. It's poetry. I never really liked poetry. Probably because I'm not very good at it. But it's not something I really like to read either. I mean, I appreciate the fact that it exists, but you got me. Oh yeah, I switched my after our first assumption. She looks warm in that coat. It's very cold here in Shinjuku. Is Japan very cold? Like, I know northern Japan is, right? But, like, Tokyo's, like, we're pretty southern Japan, right? Which, Shinjuku is, like, part of Tokyo, if my understanding is correct. So, in that case, like, I think it's, like, pretty, like, normal climate. Like, it's cold during winter, hot during summer. I think. I don't know. Better stock up on weapons now. Believe he should be around here. You're off again with pipe? Huh? What are you looking at, punk? Oh, there you are. You see, you're just about as disguising yourself as ever. How do you always see through it? It doesn't matter how much you change your appearance, if your gait remains the same. Ruffians, police officers, yakuza, each have their own distinct way of walking. Miss Horsey, allow me to introduce you. This is Mr. Kawuragi. I don't recognize the name. He owns a general store here in Shinjuku. Oh, he's just a regular person? He's everything from demonic beast corpse to guns that will even work on wraiths. Mr. Dantes here is one of my best customers. It's always a pleasure to see him. You should try to sound a little more earnest when you lie. I see what's going on. Today I'm here with someone who seems like they'd be make a good hostage, so you're hoping to abduct them in order to threaten me. Isn't that right? Wait, what? Can't put anything past you. Well, now you've seen through it. I won't give you any trouble. Good. Now I'll take 20 of the usual, please. You got it. By the way, Mr. Dantes, I got a question for you. And what might that be? Do you think the end is almost here? Yes, it may well be. But that doesn't change what needs to be done, does it? You still have to collect, sort, and sell your wares. It may not be a proud profession. At times you may have to soil your hands. But so what? What is there to be afraid of? You should be proud, Mr. Kaburagi. Just do what you need to. I'll keep that... Oh yeah, that is a duo. I was like, typo! No, 2. I'll keep that in mind. By the by, I also have some new demonic beasts in. You fancy that? They can make great pets. They're very friendly and are a bit picky when it comes to food. No thanks. What about you, young lady? Interested in a nice demonic beast? I already have Fall. Fall's all I need, thanks. What kind of beast do you got? Genetically modified chimera. I call it super chimera myself. What? You don't need one? You had a bad experience with one before? Okay. Thanks for waiting. Hey, you. What did you buy 20 of? Yes, we'll soon be meeting up with the others after all. I believe her hideout was somewhere around here. Oh, there we go. Alright, shall we go get lectured? Lectured? But of course, Miss Horsey. I'm afraid those two will be absolutely livid after spending the evening worrying so much about you. Ha ha ha. I see you now understand the situation we're in. Come then, let us be off. This is just gonna cut, yeah. 30 minutes? Oh, we got a lengthy one. I mean, the lag probably helped extend it a bit, but... Give me that quartz. Oh, true name revealed. Yeah, that's what it's called. I think this is my first one on the English servers, actually. True name, James Moriarty. You know, it would be cool if they did like a true name reveal and then they faked it and it wasn't actually that name. As far as I know, they have yet to do that, but the dynamics of an asteroid. Is that a reference to a Holmes story or? Oh, that's nice. We finally get his real stuff now. So next time we're going to be doing great detective work. So one thing. Maybe that's Assassin of Shinjuku? I mean, who knows? And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.